Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Wednesday, and you're happily tuned in to I'm Making It Happen on the Reef 103.5 FM with Except from New York, Nykole Tyson. And we are here on Wednesdays from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And on I'm Making It Happen, we discuss how we can make it happen in our minds, bodies, finances, business, and culture, despite the inevitable and not so pleasant challenges. And that's ultimately allow us to realize that we have the ability to maneuver and improve every and any situation that we encounter. And I'm always excited for the conversation. And today is no different. We're going to be talking about VI history. Yeah, VI history. We're talking about the Wari board. And we have in studio with us Joy Stanley and Mable Marcus, aka Aunt Mable. So good morning, Aunt Mable, Marcus, and Joy Stanley. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having us. Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
So I'm just going to say a little thing. So I met, I knew Joy from before, but I met Aunt Mable. I've actually known Aunt Mable at Fair a few years ago, and they were playing the Wari board. And I was to learn the game. And so, Joy and Mable was so gracious to show me. But Mable was not gracious to let me win any game. Not one. Okay? She didn't have no leniency on me. She said, no way, you gotta learn this game. So I appreciate it. It was fun, and I appreciate you for being in the studio with us this morning. And so we're gonna learn a little bit about about what sparked your interest first, and then we're gonna get into the history of the Wari board game. And so, how are you guys feeling today?
Good. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling good, yes.
I really appreciate being here. And we've had this schedule for some time, so it's great to have it, come to fruition. And I want to learn about, the Wari board game. I mentioned it to some individuals that I know that are from the VI. And some was like, oh yeah, I know that. And others was like, Wari? What's that?
Right.
So definitely want to bring attention, awareness to the game. I remember playing it as a child at some time, like learning it at some point, but then it, faded away. So I want to find out, Aunt Mable, what first sparked your interest in playing the Wari board game? When did you first start playing Wari board?
I have known Wari a long time.
Yeah?
I've known Wari almost my whole life.
Okay. Do you remember when you were introduced to the game?
Oh, I was a teenager. I was a teenager at the time.
Okay.
I was introduced to the game. I was a teenager. And over the years, I've played Joy and all her family.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I taught Joy the game, and I taught every single person that I met the game.
And what about the marketplace? Remember you said after school you used to go to the marketplace.
Oh, okay.
That's where the guys used to be playing Wari.
Yes.
Here.
It was only two people. It's two people that played in the market. At the edge of the market. They played at the edge of the market. And
the market in Frankstead?
No, the market in Christianstead.
Okay.
The market in Christianstead. And I don't remember. I remember one person was winning all the time.
Oh, really? Who was that? You?
No. I was not playing at the time.
Okay.
These two people who were playing, one person was winning all the time. So I wondered what was the objective of the game? Why did one person keep winning all the time?
That's probably who you learned it from, huh?
And then that piqued your interest? So that's how you started being interested in playing?
Yes. Yes.
Perfect. And so that was when you were a teenager. And how did it progress to like teaching other people?
Oh, I used to be a school teacher.
Oh, okay.
I was a school teacher, and every single child that I taught knows the game. I taught every single child the game.
What did you teach in school?
I taught English.
Oh, cool.
English, yeah.
How did you incorporate that in your like studies or your class schedule?
Well, we actually played Black History Month. You know, Black History, you learn all about Black people and the struggles and everything. And that's when we played this game.
Okay, perfect.
For Black History Month, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Again, I just wanted to comment on the Wari game. It's really an African game. But my first encounter with the game, and I grew up in St. Thomas, and my first encounter with the game was in the mid-70s on a trip to Antigua. And to my amazement, everybody in Antigua played Wari. And I'm like, well, how come I never saw this game before in St. Thomas and even in St. Croix? And so, you know, that was my experience in terms of being exposed to Wari. And it's equivalent to playing chess. It's the same high-level thinking strategies as playing chess. And so I just want to inject that in the conversation about the Wari. And thank you, ladies, for being here today.
Okay, thanks for that input. Great. So, let's see. So what made you? So, Joy, do you want to mention like what made you fall in love with the game? Because you're there with Aunt Mable during agriculture fair. She taught you. So, what made you start to want to be involved in also the teaching of it?
Well, that's Auntie's fault because you know it was
bringing you to
it was popular in the 70s on St. Croix, and so we all learned the game from Auntie, and so we used to play each other, and then when we graduated from high school, went to the States, Auntie sent each one of us a Wari board, so we had no choice but to keep playing.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I see we have a call. We'll take it. Are there?
Good morning. Welcome.
Mr. Tyrone, I was wondering if they're taking cars about this Wari.
Yes. You go ahead. They're listening. We have Nykole.
Yes, thank you for being on. Thank you for calling and tuning in.
Thank you so much. Listen, my ancestry is from Antigua. Everybody's supposed to know that right now. And my father and his cousin used to play this thing, and man, they would sit down for 6 hours, half the day into the night, playing this game here, and I just stand up there and watch them. So I am very familiar with that game there, and you know, the object of the game is to be imperceptibly laying out a strategy where you setting up a lot of the worry them on the opponent side to be able to gobble them up. At the same time, you got to leave your tail open or vulnerable so that he sees a lot of food on your side of the board, and he focusing on trying to get these, and you only leave one or two that he gonna get, just to keep his mind out of the fact that you setting it up that when you're done, you could actually just tweet the whole side and get the most of the worry in your corner. When you eat up the worry, then where you get most of the worry in your home base, you don't win the game.
And I think this refer to those places as the houses.
Yes, the house. You know, and you could set it up where you have like one worry in a bowl. They got the 12 bowls. 6 is yours, 6 is mine. The first one I left, that's my house. And we're going around in that order.
You can hear Aunt Mable?
I can either set up 1 or I can set up 2. And then if I could drop and stop in either the 1 or the 2 without going over to where you got 3, 4, 5, or 8, I can grab up all these worries.
So you hear Aunt Mable? She just said, explain what you were saying. What you were saying?
I was saying that you can play. You have the game that's divided in 2.
counterclockwise.
Okay, yeah, counterclockwise. Okay.
My thing, my old man used to make these boards. He'll take a 2x12 and actually cut it down and then start chiseling. He didn't have these fancy tools that we got today that we could knock out that in an hour or so. Stand and make a worry board, man, that rival anything that you could, better than what you could buy. So I appreciate you all coming on and speaking about this game, Worry. And maybe one of these times I got to meet you because they're talking like if you is a champion.
Oh, he is. You got to play her. I don't play games, you know.
I am pretty good at it.
Okay.
That's a challenge.
I'm pretty good at the game. So anybody, I'll take any comers.
Any competitors come.
Yeah.
Any comers, I'll take.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I listen. I got good pedigree. I want to meet you. Understand?
All right, thank you.
I want to see that game. I thought I was getting it, and then she was not letting me have it. I was like, one game? Really? I thought I had it. She won every time. So that was great, though. It's a very fun game. We're talking, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the Warrior Board game. We have Joy Stanley and Mable Marcus, affectionately known as Aunt Mable. And I initially met Aunt Mable at the Art Fair a couple of years ago, and she was playing, they were showing how to play the Warrior Board game. And I had remembered it as a child, but, you know, it had escaped me. So it was fun to learn it. And so we're learning about, you know, how Mable got involved in Joy, how she got involved with it through Mable. And we're going to learn about, like, the historical facts about it. I know it was mentioned, and we have the history about it's from Africa, but Africa is our culture. So regardless of Africa, our beats come from Africa. Foods come from Africa. Our kalaloo, we think it's from Kalaloo. Ours, it come from Africa. I've met Africans. I got to had Nigerian friends, ate their some dish, and it tastes like kalaloo. Look like kalaloo, but they use fufu to scoop it up, and we use fungi. So I don't feel like, so it is all our culture. And so we're talking about VI history, talking about right now today, Warrior Board. And we're going to take a break. When we get back, we're going to learn about the specific history and, you know, and just more specifics on how to play the game. Before we take the break, I definitely want to remind you of Carlos Furniture's, your number one furniture store in the territory. You know, in Peters Rest, St. Croix, and Tutu Park Mall, St. Thomas, open 7 days a week. They have all of your items for your home, be it kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, living room, and decorative items. They'll meet or beat any price. That's Carlos Furniture. Also, Quality Auto Parts is all in their name. They have all your quality parts needs. And they're also open 7 days a week. You can call them at, let's see, 340-778-5462, and they're located near Sunny Isles. I do have a reminder to mention about an event happening, but I'll find that out before the next break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this short break. Okay, welcome back. You're listening to I'm Making It Happen on the Reef with Nykole Tyson. And if you were with us before the break, you'll know we're talking about the Warrior Board. And we're going to probably try to have a competition at some point, because I look like people on Mable want some competitors. She's anxious. So you're going to hear that in a second. But I do want to mention something, let's see, that was sent to me regarding, let's see, UVI Great Hall on Thursday, March 20th. That's tomorrow. There's a Make Public School Education a Priority. There's going to be an event at the UVI Great Hall on tomorrow, Thursday, from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., okay? And that's going to have moderators Lucy Jackson and others. I'm trying to read this. But it's called Make Public School Education a Priority. AFT first, VP Sandra Antoine is going to be there, and like CHS Student Council is going to be there. UVI Student Government is going to be there. Senate Committee on Education and Workforce Development. It's going to be a panel discussion. So, the moderator is Lucy Jackson. Then it's going to be a panel discussion. So if you want to learn more They're encouraging audience interaction. So go to the UVI Great Hall tomorrow, March 28th, 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, and that's regarding Make Public Education a Priority, and it's hosted by the Virgin Islands Board of Education and Miss Mary Mohead. Okay, so great. That is tomorrow. So as we continue the conversation, it's about the Worry Board. And so I just want to know, before we get into the details of like the history, was there any challenges when you were learning?
Any challenges?
Yeah, like in learning and getting like the materials, like because you have to make it, right? Did you have to make it?
Yeah, you make a board.
But where you get your boards from, Auntie? Remember you in the 70s they were making them in the jail.
Oh.
Yeah.
Auntie bought a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. And send them to everybody.
Yeah, so
I send them to everybody I can think of.
And why? What made you so passionate about wanting everybody to learn this game?
Because it's fun. It's a lot of and it teaches you math.
Oh.
It teaches you mathematics. If you don't know your mathematics, you cannot play this game properly. So you have to have your math. Have to have math skills.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so the individuals in jail used to make it.
Yeah, the prisoners used to make the board.
Okay.
They are the first person I bought board from. Yeah. And when I saw that they made the board, man, I bought them for everybody.
So that's interesting. I wonder how that even came about, that they started making the boards, you know?
yeah, I guess they had a wood shop there, and for the activities, they incorporated that. So I'm trying to.
I'll take the call.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead, speak.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we could get some more boards.
Okay. All right. You're on the air. Thanks for calling. I can take it.
Yes, I'm back again.
Okay.
Because this is so interesting, because this is a thing that I used to love to play. I used to watch my people and the auntie and them play. So I hear the lady talking about you got to know your mathematics, and she's so right. Auntie is so right, because you got to be studying the amount of worry that you got in a particular goal that you and where it's going to drop. And then you got to be studying the amount that the opponent has on their side, and the strategy or the counteraction that they're going to use to try and counteract you for what you're doing. And then you got to try to distract him from the real strategy to line you up so that you could just clean up. And then at the same time, you're going to leave one or two pickings. And that pickings is just like a distraction. Okay, take these. Well, take these. But all the time, he's just setting up himself and even his behind open for which you just come and just grab up. We don't say grab up in Antigua. Grab up where he got there. So, she's so right. You got his mathematics, his thinking, his calculation and recalculation and so it's a brilliant game for the people them to learn. And it is pitiful that this game come all the way from our ancestry in Africa, and that our own people, besides this lady and a few others, are not really trying to get, and even Mr. Marino and others are not, and then we're not trying to get this game showcased. And this game actually opens the mind of the child or the person.
It does open your mind.
Yeah.
It does open your mind.
Yes, so I just wanted to add that.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your call. Thanks for tuning in and sharing. Definitely giving some depth to the conversation. And so there's some people saying online that, the topic is worry. We're talking about the worry board. I think it says it on the screen right there. What the topic is. We're talking about the worry board and its origin. And Mable Marcus and Joy Stanley have been very instrumental in teaching our community about it. They're going to the schools, so we're going to get into that right now. She's taking it upon herself to go into the schools to teach the children. She was a teacher. She made sure her students learn about it. It's an origin from, Africa, but definitely it's been embraced throughout the Caribbean and, of course, the Virgin Islands. I learned it as a child, but forgot about it as an adult. So,
if you learn it, you know it.
demonstration because somebody's saying online they never heard of the game. It seems to be popular. So yes, the Warri board. You could just Google it, WARRI, and let's see.
WARRY.
Okay. And I was talking to somebody in Asia, and they actually have the game there too. So yeah, they call it a different name. But when they looked it up, it looks similar to their game.
Okay.
All right. And so another person says, I have no clue what this game is about or played. It would have been nice if one was brought for demonstration. Oh, we have it. It's right there on the screen for those watching. And we have one in the studio. So show it on the screen. It is a long. So we have one on the screen there, and we have one in the studio. So if you see it right there, I was watching online.
Here it is.
Yes.
Here is the board.
It's better that you guys show it. But as I said, if you were tuned into the Facebook page, you will see better. Okay. So it's a big board.
Yeah.
It's very heavy. Is that mahogany or?
Yes, mahogany.
Oh, it's made out of mahogany. Okay.
So it will outlast us.
Great. And so let's learn about the origin. Let's see. So first, before I look for that, tell us, like, you going to schools now, and how does that work when you're going to the schools now?
Everybody is anxious to learn the game. The classes that I go to, every single person is anxious to learn the game. Everybody is anxious to learn the game because you can compete. When you learn the game, then you can compete, you know?
Right.
Right. And that is where the heat is.
So with that, have you noticed any interesting patterns or skills? What's like one nugget you could give in regards to winning the game? Like what's a method?
The better your math skills, the better your chances of winning.
Right, but when I was playing you like had 4 steps ahead, and I thinking I'm good. So like,
you can't compare that with me.
I know. I realized that how do you do the math skill? So you're supposed to count to see. Try to explain that, Joy, or.
You mean like different ways you could win?
Right. So you have the pegs in each, and
you have one board, one big board, divided into 2 parts. 6 pockets on either side. 6 pockets on either side. And you can play from any pocket on your side. So that is the trick to know what pocket to play first.
But remember, you could only eat in 2s or 3s. You could only eat your opponent's seeds in 2s or 3s. So you have to look for, if you see 1 on his side, on your opponent's side, you see 1, 2, those are vulnerable seeds. So you look on your side and say, well, you know, which pocket of mine, the amount of seeds I have could come around the board counterclockwise and land in his pockets that has the 1 or 2s and make them 2s or 3s.
Because those are yours.
I'm coming to play you. I'm coming to learn a little bit more. I gotta learn this game. So, what is the Warri board? Where did it originate? Tell us where did Warri board originate?
It began in Africa. And this game was played by kings and queens.
Right.
People who have time on their hands. You know?
Okay.
People have time to strategize and figure out things and make the moves and stuff. People who have time. You have somebody else doing your housework.
Not only that, Auntie, they brought communities together. So people would go into the squares and play. You know, it was something the family did together for hours, you know. So it's a traditional thing, you know, from Africa brought here to the Caribbean. You know, like Auntie had said, by the slaves.
No, by the enslaved Africans. Okay.
Right.
And so, there's a question here. How many people can play at a time?
2. Only 2.
Okay.
Only 2 can play at a time. But listen, you have to be good.
Right.
If you are not good in
get better, make one
Yeah,
get interested in learning,
yeah.
getting better at your math skills if it's like interesting, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So something, because you guys sent me this information too, so I want to just give some depth to the content about where this game originated. It was you said Wari is a Mankala style board from West Africa,
Right.
from the Akan people of Ghana and the Yoruba people of Nigeria, and it spread to the Caribbean, as we mentioned earlier, and South America, and throughout the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, so how old is the Wari, and what historical evidence supports its existence?
How old is Wari? Wari is as old as the hills. It is as old as the hills, right?
Over 1,000 years old.
It's thousands and thousands and thousands of years old. They found it in
Egypt.
ancient Egypt. Has a Mankala set in their tomb.
Okay.
Ancient Egypt have a Mankala set. So if they have it, you know it comes from someplace else. And
that's true.
And it's popular. We're trying to revive the game in the Virgin Islands. We're trying to make everybody Wari players. You know, so I could have some competition.
What's the competition? So we said it now. On the break, she was like, look,
You see?
I want to play somebody. So the gentleman that called, you need to get your information because we're going to set up a competition and see how good you really are with Aunt Mable. So make sure we get your information. You call back so we could set that up. And then also, anybody else is interested, I definitely want to play. I want to learn better. I mean, I learned, but I wasn't very good. So definitely want to learn that.
The more you play, the better you are.
Yeah, it's my first time, so
the better you are.
Great.
Yeah,
I
the
swear I
more
was
you
getting
play,
it though.
if you
Did you
play,
win?
I didn't win. Let me win not one. So just let
And she was teaching you. She should at least let you win one.
She said, no, man. She is big on competition. She said, no, sir. Okay. So
you got to work for it.
That's exactly what she said.
You got to work for it.
Okay. So let's see. We already mentioned what the role was, but we could mention it again. What role did Wari play in African society?
It brought communities together. It brought the different level of the communities together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was often played in the community. And it had you said it would talk about thinking, mathematics.
Yes.
And it was like, I guess, before chess. So maybe chess came from this?
Maybe chess came from this.
Or vice versa.
Yeah,
but if you're not good at your math skills, forget about it. Because your weaknesses are going to show up.
Okay. So it became important because we were talking about like how did they even get to the Caribbean. So we already mentioned that enslaved Africans brought their traditional like the trees that we have.
Right.
So we can say Virgin Island is the baobab. Is that baobab? What's the tree? It's a baobab. Okay, so baobab and all the other kind of fruits or trees that they brought those seeds and they planted them here. So that's part of our culture. That's our culture. And so we have to remember the origin of these things. And so the enslaved Africans came to the Caribbean, so they brought the game. They brought, as well as their ways of foods. The foods that we think is ours, it originated from Africa. I can tell you I went to college with Africans, and when I went to sit at their lunch, have dinner, I said, wait, this is kalaloo. And when they have food, this is fufu, but we call it fungi. And so that blew my mind. Like, oh my gosh, a lot of our foods came from Africa. We have a call ticket. You're on the air. Thanks for calling.
Hello.
Hi, morning.
Good morning, sweetheart. And it's a pleasure and an honor to listen to you all about the game. this might seem like it might sound like a silly question. Does it resemble
No question is silly.
Oh, thank you, my teacher.
No question is silly.
Thank you.
Okay.
I adore and have some utmost respect for our teachers. Yeah, does it resemble chess?
Yes, it resembles chess. Chess came from this game. Chess, this game came first. And
yes,
then
absolutely.
Chess. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you say thousands of years old, that chess came from that.
Yes.
I don't think chess are that old.
No. Okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too.
It's, you're so exciting, and I want to thank you all for bringing such enlightenment and knowledge to the community.
Thank you.
And
thank you.
I'm so proud of you all, because our children, they desperately need to know their history.
Right.
In all aspects.
Right.
So they can be proud of themselves.
Yes.
And don't allow the negativeness from other people to bring them down.
Right.
And make them feel like they're less.
But when you learn this game, you are going to develop a sense of pride.
Yes. Especially when it comes to mathematics.
Yes.
Because our children are falling behind when it comes to math and science, and music, the arts. If you're good in music, what a lot of people don't understand, if you're good in music, it helps you to be good in math.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So keep up the good work, ladies.
Thank you very much.
And I wrote in the background.
Thank you very much.
I love you all.
Love you too. Thank
Have
you.
a wonderful day.
Love you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
We have another call taken. You're on the air. Thanks for calling. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. We can hear you.
Yes. Hello, Mable Martha. This is Meredith Peterson.
Okay.
What's your name again?
Do you remember your classmate?
Meredith Peterson? You said Meredith Peterson?
Yes.
Okay, Meredith Peterson says that was your classmate.
Yes, I remember you. I had so much. I had so much. The names might slip me, but the faces I know. The faces I know.
Girl, I'm so glad.
Turn down your radio.
Okay.
Because I get an echo. Okay, go ahead.
Can you hear me out?
Yes.
I can hardly hear you. Okay.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to let you know I'm so proud to hear you. And I sent you a text to your phone.
Okay.
So when you get home, my new phone number is there.
All right. Thank you.
So go on with the program. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. Thank you for the call. And I will take the next call. Okay. You're on the air. Thanks for calling.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
That game when you all talking about is worry?
Yes.
Yeah.
With the Nykole?
Yes.
You're not finding Nykole now?
Yes. Well, if you go to the beach, probably.
Yes, just across from the hotel.
Yeah.
Why I call about it? Because my mother-in-law, God bless her in her grave, she used to play. That's how come I learned it.
Okay.
And we used to go up there by the beach to pick the Nykole.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Across from we probably have the thing to the on the beach for the retirees.
Yes.
Right there we used to.
Yes.
But my son told me the other day we was looking there for someone. He told me higher up have, but we had done past higher up. My mother-in-law used to do it.
Okay.
So I learned it from her.
Nice. Okay.
I lived by Cologne years ago, and by Eastman, the bar by the Tabanchi by the fish market.
Yeah.
We are living in that area, and she used to play with people there at the Tamanchuri.
Yes.
So that's how come I know it. When I hear worry, I said, I don't know when last I worry because nobody building no boards and things no more.
Right.
Well, that's a good question because there's some question about that. Well, look, we have a competitor right there.
Yeah, but that's a nice game. It's a very nice game. What you have the Nykole, it's a very nice game.
Yes. Thank you.
So thank you. Welcome. I enjoy the show. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
We have another call ticket. You're on the air. Thanks for calling. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. As you were talking about the Warriors, I grew up in Barbuda, and they played that a lot. The older men, I could remember playing it in the corners.
Yes.
They didn't have cards and dominoes and Barbuda.
Right.
It was Warriors. That was their game. And I can remember coming from a very religious family. My grandmother used to look at them with disapproval because she think they were gambling. But as you all mentioned it, I'm listening to it, and it just brings back some memories.
Right.
And I was just wondering if that game could be used to help with dementia, since it involves math and thinking skills.
Absolutely help with dementia. You start remembering things you forget.
I'm getting that age.
You will start remembering a lot of things that happen, and you think you forget it. It's just in the back of your head, in the back of your mind. But once you bring it forward, that's it.
Yeah, that's what occurred to me, because it was always old men I used to see playing this game.
Yes.
Oh, well,
yes.
that's good.
Okay. Okay, that was my contribution, and I'm enjoying listening to you guys.
Okay.
So much. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
And contributing to the conversation. We have another call ticket. You're on the air. Thanks for calling. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Turn on your radio.
Yeah. Okay, I would like to congratulate you with the information and the knowledge. But one thing you failed, I'm not putting you down, but one thing you fail to understand, we was already in the Caribbean. And when I mean we Africans and the different tribes was already navigating the islands as well as America and South America. So we was already here.
Yeah.
And we are the true original inventors of everything that is in the past and present. So the Daily News had put out an article with the governor, which was at a museum, and the woman stated, which is true and fact, the Europeans was kidnapping the indigenous tribe throughout the Caribbean and as well as Africa, and they was shifting them around. Put your parents one place, put your father another place. So we was already here. You know, so when you say we are slaves,
No, I did not say that. I did not say that. Hi.
Christopher Columbus discovered America. We basically said no one was here
to me?
in the island.
I did not say.
We was already here.
Well, he's not listening. But anybody listening to me now, go back to my audio. Yeah. I did not say we were slaves. I actually made sure to say enslaved Africans that was brought to the Caribbean. Okay, I'm not sure where this line is coming from, but we never mentioned anything that you're speaking on right now.
Well, so, there was only 5% enslaved, 5% of the total population.
Okay, well that's not. Well, thank you for that. Anything else you want to mention on the Wari board? Because we weren't disputing anything about origins of that. I mentioned that the enslaved Africans were brought through the Caribbean, which is a fact. And nothing else was denied what you just said, okay? So this is a positive conversation, not conflict. Anything you want to mention before we disconnect? Okay, no. All right, great. Thanks so much. And so there's a question here online asking, where can we purchase this game and how can we learn to play it?
Well, I started making it. I started learning how to make the game, because I couldn't find the game here on the island at all. And I didn't want to buy one from Amazon. They're so small and they're not made of mahogany. I like it. I like that wood. So I made one. I think I sent you a picture of it, the shape of St. Croix.
Yeah, I posted up.
Yeah, and then I have some ones that I'm making in mahogany, some smaller ones. And then also I'm working on a fabric version so that it could be more affordable, to the kids. So every kid should have one, or at least one in each classroom or something like that. Yeah, folding one too. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. Good.
So that she did make one. I have it on the screen here on mine showing St. Croix. That's really cool. And then the regular one, you can fold it. And so where can they purchase? Are you selling them?
Yeah, well, as fast as I make them, I'm trying to get some help in making them. So hopefully
you could make them faster.
Oh boy.
Okay. So hey, they're also requesting help. All right.
Yes,
absolutely. With that as well. And so, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about the Wari board and where it originated. And as Mable mentioned, we have Joy Stanley and Mable Marcus in studio with us. They've been instrumental with continuing educating the community about it, especially the children. They've been going into the schools, and at the Ag Fair, you will see them at the Ag Fair. Playing and showing and teaching individuals. That's how I got acquainted with Aunt Mable and Joy at that time. And that's why I said we know it's VI history. So let's have a conversation about that. Because, the origin is from Africa, but we all are origins. I hope the person that called in doesn't say we're not originating from Africa, but many of us have origins from Africa. So, African descent. All right. And so a lot of what we, cook and do has origin. It has, of course, evolved over time. And so we're going to take a break, and we get back. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Wari boards, and if you have any other, comments or questions, or you feel free to call in. So don't go. We'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back. You listen to I'm Making It Happen with exceptional yours, Nykole Tyson, and we have Joy Stanley and Mable Marcus, affectionately known as Aunt Mable. We're talking about the Wari board and I affectionately call them Aunt Mable and the Wari boards, right? And we've been learning about how Joy and Aunt Mable got involved, but then also why they have persisted in educating our community and making sure that it stays, we preserve it. So we're gonna get into that. And the other versions that can be played. Let's see, somebody mentioned here the boards are beautiful. And then also, so are there digital versions of the board?
Yeah, I haven't really seen one in particular, but I've heard that there are digital versions. I heard is like owari.com, where they have competitions and people could go on there to that platform and play each other.
Okay, so Wari spelled W-A-R-R-I, or you said...
Or Y.
Or Y, W-A-R-R-Y. But if you put it in, you'll find it.
Yeah, O-W-A-R-E.
O-W-A-R-E.com.
Yeah.
Okay, Wari.
Owari.
Okay, Wari. Okay, O-W-A-R-E.com. All right, and so, let's see, what efforts are being made to preserve Wari?
Well, we're trying to go into the schools and teach as many people.
That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key to get into the schools. And every single teacher will welcome you into their classroom.
It's amazing.
Every single teacher will welcome you.
Yeah, it's amazing when we go to the schools, the kids, they are so excited after they learn to play the game.
Yeah.
And they just come around and want it. Everybody gets a turn. All the children gets a turn, and you see the kids trying to get in front of somebody else to get an extra turn. So they really like the game, when we get in there. And even at Ag Fair, even before we set up the table, people saw the Wari board and they're like, wait a minute, we want to play that. I remember that as a kid. We used to get the seed and rub it on the wall and chase each other and burn each other with it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. They would rub it hard and burn it. Yeah. That's true. Okay, great. And so we appreciate you for being with us today on I'm Making It Happen. Anything else you want to mention? Let me see if we went through all. I think we've covered most things, but anything else you want to mention about the game, as well as if anybody wants to get in contact with you?
Sure. Can I give them my number?
Sure.
Yeah, it's 323 area code 459-5207.
I'll repeat it.
323-459-5207.
and she's looking for people to help, build it, and then also, want to compete. Aunt Mable is looking for some competition. She's saying she beat everybody, even Antiguans. So, any Antiguans on the island, you think you could play?
Uh-oh.
Aunt Mable.
Uh-oh. You guys set up Auntie.
Right? She said she beat everybody, right? Okay, so it was a great conversation. We appreciate you and your enthusiasm behind this, the game. I felt like it was something that to discuss, it's PI history. And I remember learning about this as a kid, and it was really a lot of fun when I was at the Ag Fair, and I loved Aunt Mabel's competitive spirit. So
I know you played for how many games? You played about 3 or 4 times with her, with Auntie?
Yes, 4 games, and I swear every time I was going to win, and then she just, the end, she picked up all of mine and hers or whatever, and then it was sad. So,
no mercy.
No mercy. She said, you will have to work for this. Okay? Like I said. No, she didn't say work. Walk. You have to walk. All right. So that was fun. So I appreciate you and all that you're doing and in the school system and everything like that. And continue the culture, preserving it. Right?
That's right.
One by one. And so this is so important before these things are lost. So, does anybody else have joined you? Is it just you two that goes?
Yeah. My sister came because she was here on the island at the time. Usually Auntie and I. Yeah.
And what schools have you gone to so far?
We went to Eulalie Rivera. We went to Lumaco, Sikora Montessori, Harumaco.
Have you gone to the high schools?
No, we didn't get to high school.
Yeah.
Because the younger the child, the more we are interested in teaching it.
Okay. You want okay.
Yeah, the younger the person, the more we are interested in teaching.
But we'll teach whatever age.
But any age can come. Any age can come.
Yeah, try to high schoolers.
Yeah, if teachers could call my number and we'll be glad to come.
They might not be listening now because they're in class.
Right.
But definitely
that's true.
Yeah, but definitely reach out to the schools.
Yeah.
We only have the 2, so Complex and Central. Yeah. All right, well, that's great. And so this is Joy, Stanley, and Aunt Mable, and we've been discussing the Wari Board origin, how they got involved, the continuation of preserving the culture with it, and, the interest to continue. So if you're interested to help build it, she made a beautiful St. Croix board. And I showed it on the screen. And then also for Facebook, Instagram. But and then also, to help, learn it and then continue this teaching the children, and then we could create a competition around the whiteboards. Mabel says she wants some competition. She hasn't found a competitor yet. So let's make that happen, right? And so thank you so much again for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Time.
We had fun.
Definitely, thank you. And definitely want to remind you, again, what's happening tomorrow at UVI Great Hall. It's the Make Public School Education a Priority. There will be a panel discussion. And it starts at 5:30 p.m. until 9 p.m. at the UVI Great Hall. Moderator is going to be Lucy Jackson, and you're going to have CHS students, parents, also, UVI student government, individuals from the Senate Committee on Education, Senator VLA, and more. So make sure, check that out. UVI Great Hall tomorrow, 5:30 to 9 at the UVI Great Hall. It's hosted by the Virgin Islands Board of Education member Mary Moorhead. All right. So thanks so much again for tuning in. Thank you for all the calls. Thank you for everybody that contributed to the conversation today. We do appreciate you. And we will be back again next week with a very important conversation. So make sure you tune in to the show next week, Wednesday. Before I go, let me see. Comments here are saying, thanks for having your guests. Thanks for sharing this game. May the traditional culture of the game live on through the young generation. People are sending kisses online. Even the senior centers can play. That's mentioned here. And they say Aunt Mable is a serious player. So, okay. So, yes. So, you tuned in today on I'm Making It Happen. And we were talking about the Wari Board and, the origin behind it and continuing it. So, you do your research on it. Something I learned as a kid. And definitely I'm going to learn. I am going to learn more about it.
Yeah, man, you'll get to
I'm going to get good. I'm going to get better. I'm going to see if I could beat Aunt Mable at
least
some point,
once.
right? Mabel, you think I could get as good as you? To beat
Yes,
you?
yes.
Okay, great.
Yes,
All right.
yes, you can.
Thank
yes,
you. See,
can.
I love that. Positive.
Yes,
All
you
right.
can.
So,
You have
thanks.
to play a lot too.
See? You see that? She put her hand over her mouth and said, it ain't gonna happen so quick.
You have to play a lot.
Okay, got it. So have an amazing rest of the day and the week. We'll connect again on next week, Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. As always, if you don't see something happening, create it. Be the change. And until next time, keep thinking outside the box, coloring outside the lines. And remember, it's about you